Hi everyone, this is the third video for the HEC-HMS model development. In this video, I will finish all the required development of the HEC-HMS model, including basic parameters assignment for subregion area with various methods. So continuing from the previous video tutorial, I will use the parameters menu tools in HEC-HMS main interface. So if you go to this parameters tab and click, you can find this subregion area as well as these different methods for this Bayesian model. Okay, so if you click this subregion area, you can find all the subregion areas for this Bayesian model. Okay, so if you expand this Bayesian icon, you can also find these subregion areas with the prefix with this capital S would be the subregion areas. Okay, so you need to close this one. So I will assign required these methods for this Bayesian model. Okay, so if you right click on here, you can open this map layers. I will deselect this not required for these images layers. Okay, so if you only select this icon, reaches and subregions and breakpoints, you can find this one. Okay, and also expand this Bayesian icon, and then again click this subregion 9 things, and then you can see this subregion 9 is just selected. Also, you can select all these different subregion areas with this icon. Okay, so if you select this subregion 9, you can see this component editor is activated with some values. Okay, so let's see these the detailed things. So basically, this is developed from the GIS work from the previous videos. So you can see these associated areas for this subregion 9 as well as all the location information with latitude and longitude. Also, if you expand this one, you can see all the required method for rainfall runoff analysis. So basically, we don't have any canopy and surface method for here. So leave as this none. But you need to these three methods for loss, transform, and base flow. So basically, it is just selected with the default things. But I will change this loss method from this initial and constant method to this SS curve number method. So you can select this one. And then you can find this message. So this would be yes. After that, you can see this SS curve number method is selected for this loss method. So if you go this tab, so you can see this the required curve numbers for here. This transform base flow also required all these parameters for that. So I will assign after some job have been done. So basically, you can select these different methods. So I will select this loss method for the SS curve number and transform method for clock unit hydrograph and base flow method as a recession method. So if you select this subregion 10, you can find all the same things, but this loss method, again, you need to select. For this individual selection, you can also have like this one, but if you go to this Bayesian icon, and then if you go to this parameters, then you can change all these Bayesian models loss method for the SS curve number method. So if you click this change method, you can find this change method. Are you sure wish to change method all sub-Bayesians in this Bayesian model? So yes, you can click. After that, if you select this curve number method, then press this change button. After that, if you select this Bayesian 11, you can find this older Bayesian loss method selected as this curve number method. Okay, so you can do at once with this parameters menu with this loss method. This curve number method is only selected for all this base model. Okay. So again, for this base model, I just selected this SS curve number method as a loss method, and this clock unit hydrograph as a transform method for all the base model, and also this base flow with this recession, the method I just selected. Okay. After that, if you select this reach with the prefix R, capital R, you can find the component editor also with the different parameters required with the method and this routing method need to some parameters. But I will change this routing method with this reg2 Muskingum method. I will select, so let's click yes. Also, if we want to all this base model with this Muskingum method, you can go to this routing method, then change method you can find. So I will use this Muskingum method for all reaches in the base model. So click yes. After that, select this Muskingum and then press this change button. After that, you can find all these are the reaches have selected with the Muskingum method as a routing method. Okay, so if you go back to reach 7, and then you can also find this routing tab. You can find these different parameters would be required with the Muskingum K and X and sub-reaches. So I will assign all these required parameters after some job. This is I just focused on the model development things. I will do this kind of parameter assigning with the model simulation series of the videos. Okay. So if you go back to this page model and then if you go to these parameters, then you can see this Muskingum method is selected as a routing model. Okay. So I selected all the required methods for the developed base model with the loss, transform, and base flow as well as routing method. That is required for the rainfall runoff analysis, especially for the flood modeling. The other application required a different selection of the method, but this video I will just focus on flood modeling things with very short of event. So all the required methods I selected for that. Okay. So the next thing I will do would be I will change the name of this breakpoint. So firstly this J14 I will change with the gauge name. So it would be Cheon. CHEON and CHEON. And another breakpoint J12 would be the Donghang, DONGHYANG. Okay, and then the other J9 would be the Dochi. DOCHI. And J13 would be the 석정, SEOKJUNG. Then another, this gauge point with junction 11 would be the 주천, JUCHEON. Okay, so I'm just changing the gauge names from the junctions to gauge names. Okay, so this last the breakpoint with the junction as a sink, I will change with this outlet. Okay, so again I changed all the breakpoints with the actual gauge names. Okay, so after that I will do another required the GIS job. So if you go to this GIS tab, and after that you can export this georeferenced elements. So if you click this one, so you can export this developed survey as well as the other reaches for the shapefile. Okay, so I will do this kind of survey things as a shapefile. Okay, so if you want to select any the folders, so I will use this raw data file folder with the name of surveys. Okay, so save. After that, just finish. Then you can use that kind of data as a shapefile. Again, one more things for the reaches. Okay, so next, then you can also same folder with the raw data folder. You can save reaches. Okay, so finish. These exported shapefiles can be used in the GIS application directly. So this ends the HEC-HMS model development part 3 video. This developed HEC-HMS Bayesian model will be used for rainfall runoff analysis, especially for flood modeling. This HEC-HMS tutorial will be continued with another series of videos for model simulation with short-term rainfall events flood modeling. Thank you for watching.